the biggest injury, A-Rod, Jets. First of all, man, Aaron Rodgers came out, man. I did not know he was playing into the New York media. Like, he was buying into that whole thing. And he came out with the flag on September 11th, ran through the tunnel, man. Like, I was ready for what the Jets was gonna do with A-Rod this year, man.
I was hype.
And it didn't go down, but that defense was so crazy, man. The game was still good. They were still in the game. They actually won the game for him, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. But Zach Wilson, they didn't show a lot of faith in him. I don't know if it was just because the Bills was too prepared and the defense was too, they couldn't block their defense. And it was short notice for Zach to get in there. Maybe he looked better with a whole week of preparation. So I don't know if they go roll the dice with him or they're going to go sign Flacco to bring him back. They had him last year, or do they go and get somebody like Kaepernick? Kaepernick's agent has already reached out to him. Do they go get Cam? Do they go get Fitzmagic? I mean, what do they go get Tom Brady? What would y'all do?
I've been hearing a lot of crazy scenarios out of this, actually. Tom Brady was one. Trade for Matthew Stafford was another one.
Woo! I didn't hear that one, though.
It makes no sense to trade because you're paying Aaron's contract and you'd be picking up Matthew's contract.
Yeah, you couldn't do that.
So it was Tom Brady, Matthew Stafford. They was talking about Matt Ryan, Carson Wentz. But I mean, all these options are either not feasible playing wise or money wise.
One of the two.
And Robert Saleh, he was like, yeah, we're open to all options, but right now Zach is our quarterback. I don't know if he was saying that to make the media believe it or make him believe it, but
probably both.
Both. They'll bring somebody in. This offense is probably was catered for Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook to be the machine. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
It was catered for them to be the machine. They didn't have any plans of Zach Wilson playing. He was a clipboard holder this year. Yep. So at the end of the day, the way they looked with him, I expected it because, hey, man, we didn't even expect you to be out here right now. So they were really cautious, really safe, allowed the run game, which Breece Hall kind of staked his claim as hey, I'm the guy here. But they're going to have to bring in somebody. They're going to have to, just because if Wilson goes down, then what? God forbid, they can't afford. I mean, they couldn't afford A-Rod going down. But now that Wilson is your quarterback, at least for right now, for I'm guess going into week 2, at least we'll see. They're going to have to bring somebody else in now. As far as who that is, I think it depends on what offense they have installed and how much faith, which we know is not much, in Zach Wilson. That guy, he was probably never going to get another starting job, at least, especially not in New York. So
this would have been a perfect opportunity for Cam, man. Not going back to Carolina 2 years ago with a rookie Matt Rule at coach and O-line that couldn't block and no weapons to throw to and a defense that wasn't going to stop nobody, and then expect for him to try to turn the season around in the middle of the season.
Yeah,
I think this would be ideal because if you look at Zach last on Monday night and the defense just kept giving him opportunities to do something, kept giving them the ball back, I think Cam can at least move the chains with his legs. And if a heavy run game is what you go do, you got 2 running backs that are Pro Bowl level, right? If you got those 2 dudes and then you got Cam, how much do you really need to throw the ball?
Just enough to keep him guessing.
Keep him honest. Screenplay, throw Garrett Wilson, let him get some space, and then go back
Lazard.
to it.
I think that'll work. I think that'll work.
The best scenario I did here was make a trade for Jameis Winston.
I wouldn't mind famous crab legs there.
I was just about to say that. I think that will work. A few shows ago, I said Aaron Rodgers wasn't going to do nothing this year. I didn't want to be right like that.
Yeah,
I think Jameis Winston to the Jets makes perfect sense. You're going to get the turnovers that you're going to get with Zach Wilson anyway. but you'll have more opportunity for success because he be slinging that pill. Pause.
He do.
Tossing it.
I mean, you remember him as a pitcher in college.
And then with that offensive line being as
Dog
suspect
shit.
as it is, Jameis got wheels. He can get out of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he can move.
Yeah. Jameis can get out of that trouble.
And he'll throw the ball. He'll move not just to run. He'll move to make a throw. And depending on the turnover, he'll make the throw regardless. It might be good, it might be bad, but he'll make the throw. I think he'll give them more opportunities down the field to win, and that'll keep them honest for that run game.
Honestly, though, I feel like Jameis Winston, because of his high risk, high reward type style of play, I think the Jets would be perfect because that defense has already shown they can go get you the ball back.
Man, that defense is serious.
Like,
bro.
It is crazy.
If Jameis go out there and turn it over, all right, we're gonna go get this right back real quick, and then slow it down. Let's get. And so I feel like book it. There's gonna be a trade. There's gonna be a trade for Jameis Winston in the coming weeks. If not if not before the Dallas game is gonna show the front office.
What they go give him? Okay. So they remember they had to trade to get A-Rod, so they gave some stuff up.
Yeah.
Now I think it was a clause in there if Aaron Rodgers don't play a certain amount of games, one of those picks, at a change how those picks end up. So I got to look at the details on that.
It was the Bears. The Bears, as long as Aaron Rodgers played at least 65% of the snaps of the season, then the Bears would get a first round pick. I mean, not the Bears, the Packers would get a first round pick. So without him getting that 65%, now it goes to
a second, right?
A second or a third.
Mm-hmm.
And the Jets get to keep their first rounder.
Yeah.
Okay. And if New Orleans is asking,
I give up a 4.
You give up a 4 for Jameis?
You're gonna have to give up one player though too.
Y'all remember the year that the Raiders had Jason Campbell playing really good football and then he got hurt? No, I'm lying.
What,
They had Carson Palmer playing really good football, and the Raiders was playing good football, and Carson Palmer got hurt for the season.
And when they got Jason Campbell,
nah, they didn't go get Jason Campbell. They went and got they spent a whole bunch of what, or was it Jason Campbell that got hurt? I know they spent a whole bunch of draft picks and on a quarterback. Yeah, it might have been. Maybe they gave it to the Bengals for Carson Palmer. I don't know. Is that what it was? That was Jason Campbell that got hurt, and they went and got Palmer.
Let me see.
Well, Palmer was playing with the Cardinals, wasn't he?
Nah, this was when he was with the. He might have been with the Cardinals. I don't know. He went from the Bengals to the Cardinals. Whatever happened, the Raiders had a good squad, and they tried to save the season, and they gave up everything to get a quarterback to finish the season, and it didn't work. And then, of course,
they end up getting a quarterback. They end up getting Carr.
Oh yeah.
Shortly after that, they drafted Carr.
Oh yeah, Jason Campbell broke his collarbone, and then they traded for Carson Palmer.
So Jason Campbell had them rocking and rolling. Got hurt. They tried to save the season. Went and got Carson Palmer for all the draft picks on earth, and he still didn't save the season. You don't want to do that. New Orleans know you're in a tough spot. They're not going to let you just get them for a 4th round pick.
Even if that's
why I said they're gonna have to send a player too. But now it just comes down to who do you send? Who can you afford
Andy Dalton.
to send? Go get Andy Dalton or send Andy Dalton.
Where Andy Dalton at now? He's
not a Jet.
He's not a Jet. They got their third quarterback is Bowl. Nobody want to know Andy Dalton.
Go get Andy Dalton.
Hell no.
Hey man, he could
like going to get
manage a game.
He can't.
Go get him. Go get Tannehill.
It's just like saying go get chlamydia. No,
or New York can.
You rather have it in the plus side.
Listen, you can.
The kids. KIDS.
No.
KID.
No,
No, he
hey,
talking about big positive.
Yeah,
He
that
talking
big
about
plus.
yeah.
he talking about hive minus the E.
He talking about that jump start. He talking about that daggone that battery.
That's a real.
Or so check it, right?
It's
No
definitely positive
complications.
and a negative at the same time.
So
The
check it.
positive,
So
negative ever.
let me run this by y'all, man. How crazy does this sound? They go give Dallas what they spent on Trey Lance and go get Trey Lance.
No, Trey Lance haven't even proven he can be a good backup. He lost. He didn't even win against Aaron Donald as a backup. You don't go get Trey Lance. You stay with Wilson if you go do that.
I mean, who is going to win against Aaron Donald as a
He
backup?
went against Aaron Donald.
Who is going to win against Aaron Donald as a backup?
Sam Donald.
And Trey Lance playing D tackle.
Can you imagine Aaron Donald dropping back and Trey Lance not be able to win that second spot?
Yo, Aaron Donald dropping on a 7-step drop is crazy.
At that point, if you get beat by a D tackle for your quarterback spot, it's time to go.
I'm not trading you, Aaron Donald. I'm not trading anything for you. You can't even let this.
But would you blitz
dude.
Aaron Donald though? If Aaron Donald's back there, would you blitz him? You might get hurt.
No, yeah.
I mean, no, man, Aaron Donald run a 4.6, so
yeah, he gonna run at you. Oh, you coming down here? Come on.
Yeah, he ain't shine from no contact. He ain't sliding either.
Imagine Jerome Bettis at quarterback. Yeah, damn.
Yeah, not happening. But yeah, Sam Darnold, he couldn't even beat out Sam Darnold, man. So I don't know, man.
Just
but
a crazy thought.
Yeah, but I will say that, man, that defense, I think that's the best defense in the league, bro. That is the best defense in the league.
It very well could be.